All righty, good morning, everybody. Wow, this is so exciting. Just, wow, that all of you taking the time to come up and help us celebrate today the graduation of our New Start alumni, or now you will be alumni after today. So I'm Priscilla Turgan. I'm the founder and executive director of Project New Start, and with me is this wonderful team: Brian Aline, our deputy director; Michelle Watson, our community-based case manager; and Quincy Thomas, our program specialist case manager. So we hooray for the team. Thank you for coming to support our graduates and also support our mission, which is to combat violence and reduce recidivism. Let me introduce the guests of honor. When I call your name, well, I guess we'll just go down the road. Daryl Cox, you want to stand? Daryl? Jerome Bell. Denise Diallo. Javier Drummond. Jermaine King. Rogers Ludwig. Demetrius Lynn John. Demetrius Lynn Brown, my man. Daniel Gill. Corey Carter. We are really honored to have assumed all of these wonderful people into our Project New Start family. You don't get to choose your own family members, but we got to choose each other. So we didn't just choose them, they chose us. And they chose to make a bunch of sacrifices. They come into the program Monday through Thursday from 8:30 to 3. They give up the opportunity to get full-time work during the day. Several of them are working after program hours and overnight. How many of you are working overnight and come into the program every day? So we are honored again to have had this time with you, and we're looking forward to keeping you in our family forever, right? So our mission is to combat violence and reduce recidivism, but really our goal is to create a safe and trusting environment where people who've been touched by the criminal justice system can come and grow and trust that they're going to have our support forever. So that's one thing we do, we just don't let people go. So, we hear a lot that we're a great program, but you can't be a great program without a great team and great partners. And this team is really, they're special. So they should not be on call 24/7, but they are. They say to me, Ms. P, how can I not answer a phone call? I don't know this number, so I'm going to answer it and do whatever needs to be done. And is that right? You know that there really isn't anything you ask that they don't jump in and take care of. So they, in addition to creating the curriculum and delivering the curriculum, they're getting driver's license for people, they're getting social security cards, birth certificates, clothes, housing, whatever needs to be done. If we can't do it, the team connects them to the resources that can do it. So I just want to give a shout out to the team because woohoo, well done. And to all of you in here, we have just wonderful funding partners. We have wonderful community agency and government agency partners. We have great partners with the Department of Correction and our criminal justice agencies. Delaware Law School. I mean, we wouldn't be here without that partnership. I don't know if you are familiar, but right down the sidewalk is a green two-story building that they gave us 2 years ago. And so we've been there rent-free for going on our 7th year. So, you know, we're just really blessed by all of our associations and by our volunteers. If you came in the door, Alicia Adams is one of our board members, but sitting with Alicia is Pamela Faulkner Cooper, or the Cooper Faulkner Pamela, Faulkner Cooper. So we met Pamela when we first started. She was a treatment specialist at Howard R. Young, and she's the one, that was our very first connection with corrections, and she would identify folks for us, and then, you know, as they were either coming out of Howard Young or rolling over to Plummer, she's just been our supporter forever. She's retired, and she doesn't miss a graduation. She just told me that she has a collection of all of our programs for each of the graduations. So, Pamela, thank you. We have some new board members. Our board is transitioning. So I'd like to recognize our board. We have a great board, and we have had a great board. So can our current board members stand? So we have Adams, Greg Somerville, Kathleen Purcell. Our board, did I say Alicia?
You did.
I did, okay. Our chair, Rebecca Bird, wasn't able to be here today, but sends her, you know, best wishes to all of you. So real quick, let me just give you a recap of where we've been and where we are now. We started in October of 2013, and from October 2013 till March of 25, so right before this class started, 214 people have come in the door, 157 have graduated, so I think that's like a 74% completion rate. Out of those 157, 131 have secured employment, so that's like 83%. And the greater, I guess the most positive number is that approximately 78% of our graduates have not been reconvicted 3 years following their release. So that's where we want to keep this moving. And so we appreciate all the help that every one of you give and your support. So with that, we have some, well, you're all special. I always say that you're all special, but Governor Myers sent a video message. He's not able to be here today, so David, can you work your magic?
Hey everyone, it's Governor Matt Meyer. Congratulations on your graduation from the Project New Start Re-Entry Program. It's honestly one of my favorite because in Delaware, we believe in equal opportunity and the power of second chances. The Project New Start program and all of you represent that value. You're breaking barriers and opening doors to new possibilities. There are people that watch you and look at you for leadership now. I applaud every single one of you for sticking with it through the good times and the rough days. And I hope that this experience has taught you that you can truly accomplish whatever you set your mind to. But let's be honest, you didn't get here alone. So I'd like to extend a big thank you to all of the staff, volunteers, and sponsors, those family members, many of whom I know won't be so quiet today at the graduation, but so many of you invested your time, your energy, and your belief in these graduates. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To the graduates, with your new start, you have the potential to do great things. Don't look back, look forward. We are excited for you, both for yourself and for our community. So pat yourself on the back and find new ways to give back in your community, in our community, because the real work begins right now. I'm proud of you, and I can't wait to see what you achieve next. Congratulations.
Newcastle County President Monique Williams-Johns here. She was planning to come today and wanted to share some thoughts. Well, how about, do we have anyone else in our legislators or partners that would like to share any thoughts?
Sure.
Sure.
You're gonna invite me with a microphone. Good morning. My name is Dan Logan. I am currently the Chief Deputy Attorney General in the AG's office, which makes me, I think, now 19, 20 years. I'm looking at you like I know how long it is. 20 years or so of criminal prosecution. All right, so there's been a long road here of what that means and what criminal prosecution means in today's thing, but let me share just a little bit about what we think it is. There is prevention, there's prosecution, and then there's this the reentry front, which is connected to the prevention. Okay? A successful prosecution or a successful thing is one in which we don't have any crime, and we lower the crime, and we try to make sure that there's no more crime. But what does that have to do with what we're doing here? You all have had part of the prosecution front here, and probably the last time that you spoke to prosecutors, absent some of our prosecutors that came in and talked to you. Absent that, the last interaction was probably not a good one. But we are here, and our moment of prosecution doesn't end in that courtroom, and it shouldn't end in that courtroom. We have an obligation to help in any way possible to make sure the last part of it doesn't, that you are put in the best possible situation to succeed. And that's one of the reasons I'm very proud of Allison Abasidio, who is here. She is also a career prosecutor. She has been helping at least a little bit. She's interacted here with you all. Here's the promise that we have, is that we are here to attempt to help you in every possible way, because if there's anybody in this room that wants you to succeed, more than yourself and your family and everybody in this room, it's us. We really want you to do the very best, and we're glad to be a part of this here today. So thank you for allowing me to be a small part of it. Thank you to Allison and our team for what we're doing here, and best of luck to you all. Thank you.
Cindy, did you want to make any comments? I want to thank Cindy ourselves. Cindy arranged for us to have a table at a nonprofit advocacy day down at the Legislative Hall, and she is just a huge supporter. Also, last graduation, if you were here, Cindy facilitated a governor's proclamation from Governor Carney at that time to, in recognition of our work. So I just really want to thank you for all the work you're doing on our behalf. So we thank you.
I will take a lot of time because I've never actually done that, hosted a table, because nothing has really moved me as much as Project New Start has. Since the very first graduation I came to, I now never miss them, because first of all, it's the best way to start your day, to have with this whole team and to hear the inspirational stories that they have. But I just so strongly believe, like Dan said, just investing in the programs that we know work, and the numbers that Ms. P was talking about, those are just transformative. So I just want to congratulate all of you, and thank you for coming down. Thank you for all you do.
Quincy? Yep. All you. And all you.
Come on, Shelly. What's my name? Are we on? How y'all doing today? My name is Quincy Thomas. I am the program specialist / case manager over Project New Start. I've been over here I've been involved with Project New Start for over 10 years now. Anybody that's been in graduation before, I tell my story a lot, but I went through the program. So at one point in time, I was sitting out where everybody is sitting today, because we were in a different building. The program, it had not grown to the extent that it is now, but it was still doing phenomenal things. And I am a testament to the work of the program, that if you stay connected and you stay grounded, that you can achieve the things that you want to achieve. The road is not easy at all. And I tell the guys all the time, like, I would be lying if I said it's gonna be easy, right? It's not, but you gotta stay grounded, you gotta stay dedicated, and you have to look forward and not look back, because if you focus on what's behind you, you're gonna trip, you're gonna stumble, you're gonna fall again. But you have to stay focused with a clear vision, so you can see what's coming, you know, kind of like jump over those hurdles, and that's what we're here for as a team, to help, you know, the ladies and gentlemen navigate that journey and remove those barriers to their success. And that's what we do every day. I love what I do. You know, they say when you do what you love, there's no day that's work. That's a lie. There's a lot of work that go into it, you know, but the beauty of it is this right here. The beauty of it is when you start at A and you can actually go from A to Z, one letter at a time, not skip no steps, do everything that needs to be done, and you end up on this side right here, and we're here to celebrate the class today, and I just want to congratulate everybody. I mean, y'all know how I feel, but I just want to say congratulations. My counterpart don't like speaking a lot. This is Mr. Shell Watson, our community-based case manager, so we do a lot of the community stuff out in the community, recruiting and you know, we go out to the community, do all of the community events, go into the prisons, talk to individuals in the prison. I mean, Michelle, Brian, and myself, we all do that, go into all the institutions and talk to everybody in the institution, interview the ladies and gentlemen inside, kind of, you know, go through what the needs are and select the individuals for the program. So that's what we do together. So this is Michelle.
All right, so first up, we have Mr. Jerome Bell. His classmates will describe him as being determined, humble, wise, and kind.
Mr. Jerome Bell, this brother right here, so Mr. Jerome Bell is really quiet and reserved, but he's really respectful. I mean, in class, you know, anytime this dude is talking about like his mom or his grandma, he speak with so much passion. And he's one of the guys that made sure that the ladies ate first, made sure that, you know, their area is straightened up, showed them so much respect and so much care and passion. And I'm telling you, like, the energy that he brought to the class, it was like big brother energy, you know? And we thank you for that. We just want to congratulate you on your day, bro.
Ladies went first. I just want to say thank you, Warden Fields, and I don't want to say the wrong thing. Captain Hernandez for allowing me this special, situation. Persevering through a negative experience, I grew close to a group who were all trying to achieve a positive goal. After a few classes, I realized my thinking changed as I started seeing things from a different perspective. Through all the peace of the state, I craved a new way of life. Thank you, Ms. Priscilla, Ms. Michelle, Mr. Brian, and Mr. Quincy for allowing me to be a part of Project New Start. Now I'm able to wipe the slate clean with all the new skill sets I've learned. Now my true belt is filled. I'm now ready to put some positive work in. My motivation is my family, my mom, and they will now have the best version of me. I just want to close with a quote from my favorite player, the late Kobe Bryant. He said, "The worst shot attempted is the shot not taken."
Next, we have Mr. Carew Carter. His classmates will describe him as being considerate, intelligent, patient, and empathetic.
Mr. Carew Carter is definitely intelligent. And, you know, he come into class and he try to like, not smile or, you know, like uphold this persona, but this dude got a smile that will light up the room. I'm telling you, and You know, he gonna keep the, see, he can't hold it back, right? He get the blushing, and when he talking about something that he passionate about, you can just see everything change. You know, you can see him be sitting over there like he not interested, but then he get to talking about something that he's passionate about, man, and his face change and his face light up, and you know, it bring a whole different energy to the class, man. So we just want to say thank you, my brother. Congratulations.
How you all doing? Again, my name is Karuk Carter. I finished up a nice little journey. I spent 10 years of incarceration, 10 years in incarceration. I found Project New Start, like I was in incarceration, like within like my last 4 years. I was like really trying to just like look for opportunities and resources, things that help me just get myself on a better track and come out here just more disciplined and just like with some structure. I reached out to Miss Michelle through mail while in level 5, and it was like basically like if you want it, you gotta show up. Like come, like we hear that you're writing. It's good to make the effort, but the real effort is coming actions. They provided me with a lot of tools. Mr. B, been a great support. He whatever I needed, text me, like he coming through. Like he definitely been showing up for me. This was a great experience, great program. Met some good people, built some great relationships through it. I'm just taking the tools. I went into the financial literacy, like first, just like learning about budgeting and just different things, and it really equipped me with a lot. It was a great opportunity. I really appreciated it. Got a lot of certifications and certificates. So I'm just going to start the progress and the process after, because they say a lot in class that Project New Start doesn't start until we finish this program. So it's about what we do after this that really matters. And that's what I'm focused on.
Next, we have Mr. Daryl Cox. His classmates would describe him as being courageous, responsible, and optimistic.
Mr. Daryl Cox is a phenomenal handyman. I mean, this dude got pictures on his phone that he showed us, like, of decks that he refurbished or that he restored, and the work is phenomenal. I mean, you look at the paint, you look at the gloss, the glow on some of this stuff, and through the phone, like, it speaks to you. So you could tell that he's passionate about his work, and when we talk, like, offline, you know, he'll be breaking stuff down to me that he's speaking a language I don't understand. Because, you know, he's talking about different kind of woods and finishes and all of this kind of stuff. So he's very thorough. And he has a great attention to detail. I wrote something down that he told me just 2 days ago, and I couldn't lose this. So we go to do community service out at Mount Olive Cemetery. If you're familiar with Mount Olive Cemetery up on Lancaster, it is an African-American cemetery where at one point in time it was the only place where African-Americans could be buried at. So over all of the classes, we take all of the classes up there as a day of service to do some community service. He came to me the other day, 2 days ago, with some numbers, and I was like, man, he found all that for as long as we've been doing that. I miss these numbers, and I'm a numbers guy. It's estimated that there are 462 marked graves at Mount Olive Cemetery. But it's also estimated that there are 13,000 bodies buried there from multiple cemeteries, because there were other African Americans were buried in other places, and they were excavated, their remains were dug up, and they were pretty much just dumped at Mount Olive Cemetery. When we first started doing work up there, you couldn't even see like the tree line. You couldn't see anything. The weeds and grass was overgrown. Miss Priscilla partnered with another organization down in the community, and we started going up there to get back a little bit. But through his research, he found these numbers, and I said 13,000 bodies, that is ridiculous, and it's only 462 marked. But it just showed me how he took something like a little seed that we gave him, and he ran with it on his own time, and he brought these numbers back. So he's always willing to jump in and help. He does a lot. He goes above and beyond. So we just want to say thank you, Mr. Cox, and congratulations.
Thank everybody for coming. I too, first and foremost, would like to thank Woodfield, Captain Hernandez for trusting us to be able to do this. I want to give special thanks to Mr. Sill, Mr. Bryan, Ms. Michelle, Mr. Quincy, for all their dedication, hard work. It is appreciated. It's been a great opportunity to come to Project New Start. You know, I've met a lot of people in the short time we've been here, from cooks to social workers to prosecutors. I mean, just met a lot of great people. Really have, really have. And you know, I've had the opportunity to earn several certifications from forklift, money management, entrepreneurship. Just it goes on and on and on. It really is a great opportunity. I'm gonna take what I have, what I've gotten from here, and just continue to try to be productive and positive. I do want to thank everybody. Thank you.
Next, we have Ms. Denise Diallo. Her classmates would describe her as being resilient, creative, considerate, and intelligent.
Miss Denise Diallo became everybody's little big sister. Because she's younger than some and older than others, right? But this young lady is, I mean, in my mind, I can't tell her story, but I will say, you know, we talk about the probation reform bill, a very, you know, nutty situation turned into a technical violation, caused this young lady to lose it all, from her job to her house to everything. But that's not the important part. The important part is what she did with it after. In class, she started talking about this neuroplasticity stuff and I mean, some stuff that, again, she was speaking a language I didn't understand. Very intelligent. But she was saying how she was in denial at first and used this situation, like she had to change the way she thought about it. But her outlook and her perspective was always positive. She is a phenomenal writer. She has a master's degree in creative writing. So in the class, if somebody was writing something or needed help with something, they had no problem tapping her on the shoulder to give her insight about, you know, where a comma or, you know, the proper punctuation. And I'm telling you, you'll hear when she speaks. You know, we kind of told her she was going to go last just to drop the mic. Because we go in alphabetical order, it didn't come up that way. But I'm going to just tell you, like, she has a heart of gold, a very winning and promising spirit, and we just want to say congratulations and thank you for being a part of the class.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Denise Diallo. First, I just want to say thank you to all of you who came out today to support me and the other graduates. It really means a lot to have you here. It's a big moment for us. Let me tell you a little bit about who I am and what brought me to Project New Start. Like many others, I've had my fair share of struggles and made some choices that didn't reflect who I truly am. I came to a point in my life where I realized I needed a fresh start, something real and meaningful, and that's when this program found me. Project New Start has been exactly that for me, a new beginning. It provided me with additional tools, refined structure, and most importantly, the encouragement I needed to believe in myself again. Through the program, I've learned not just about accountability and discipline, but about the power of personal growth. One of my favorite parts of the curriculum was the writing and communication modules. As someone who is a writer and loves words, those classes helped me find my voice. I also really appreciated the life skills and job readiness training. They gave me the confidence to move forward with real world goals. Today I stand here proud to say that I'm leading Project New Start with a clear vision. My goal is to continue writing, sharing my story, and creating work that speaks to people. I want my words to help others the way this program has helped me. Thank you again for your support, for believing in us, and for celebrating this turning point in our lives.
Next, we have Mr. Zaire Drummond. His classmates classmates would describe him as being enthusiastic, thoughtful, and honest.
Mr. Zaire Drummond is the little brother. He is the baby of the class, the youngest in the class, but his mentality is not that of a baby, right? He's very smart, very intelligent, and he tried to play the reserve role too. He tried to lay back and kind of like, you know, thinking he's gonna fly under the radar, but I know how to pull it out of him. Now this dude, he can tell you anything you want or need to know about a dog, man. Like this dude got, you know, we did, so we do like current events where you pick or you choose an industry that you may want to go into, and you got to report out on it. You got to do your research and report on it. Zaire came to the podium and he was talking about dog breeding, dog food, the right amount to feed the dog, like how the stool texture, and all that. I'm serious though, he went into so much detail that we were sitting there like, wow, and you don't want to talk. So I'm gonna tell you what I did. I said, since we do current events twice, you gotta give us more. So the next current event, we wanna know more about the dog. So the next current event was all about dog food. You know, and I'm just saying, you never know. But he tried, you know, he wanted to like play the reserve role, but he's really smart. And this dude too got a smile to go. He think he's gonna get out of talking, but he gonna come up here, he gonna talk a little bit. But you know, him being the youngest one in the class, we poured into him, and we just asked that after the class, y'all introduce yourself and pour into him as well. So congratulations, bro.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Project New Start. At first, I wasn't really like trying to do it or nothing like that. But then, as getting into it or whatever, kind of just worked out. You know what I'm saying?
Next, we have Mr. Kenneth Flowers. His classmates would describe him as being authentic, knowledgeable, and supportive.
Mr. Kenneth Flowers, this is the community uncle, man. And I'm telling you, this young brother right here is fashionable. Well dressed. I mean, like if this was the high school yearbook and we had to nominate somebody for best dressed, it would be him every day, man. Every day for 10 weeks straight, every day he came in there sharp. But he gave so much insight to the class. I mean, like he gave so much knowledge, and he's one of them dudes that don't stay stuck in the past. So he would be like, why are we talking about this? Like we need to be talking about what we want to do going forward. And that's just his mentality, and that's the energy he brought. But when I'm talking about fashion, I'm gonna just plug you real quick. He got a fashion show on Saturday, so if y'all not busy, he'll give you the information after class. After graduation. But he got a fashion show coming up on Saturday, and the promotion for this fashion show is phenomenal. I seen this promotion all the way down Middletown, Smyrna, Dover, all over. I seen it. I was at a funeral. It was in the churches. The promotion was awesome. But this dude right here, he's a wealth of knowledge. He has a whole lot of great insight. And when it comes to the fashion, he can tell you everything you need to know. So, but congratulations for completing. Thank you for everything, sir.
I want to thank my probation officer for showing up. Thank you. I didn't want you here first. Thank all of you for coming. I thought we only had 2 minutes, so 2 minutes can never be enough time to speak on the gratitude that I feel for all of the people that are a part of Project New Start. Never in a million years would I have thought that a program could change my mentality of thinking. I can do it. But Project New Start did just that. My future, well, I promised myself to continue to be the best I can be. People, it's a part, people, work is a part of who I am. It gives me purpose. With that being said, Project New Start continue to keep shining, keep smiling, and making a huge difference in people's lives. Thank you.
we have Mr. Daniel Gill. His classmates would describe him as being open-minded, genuine, and positive.
Mr. Daniel Gill. This guy brought a different energy because he was the first one working overnight. So normally, you know, and we say this in graduations, a lot of times sometimes we're against working overnight because it's hard to go to work and work 11 to 7 and then come put in work from 8 to 3 in class 2. That's a long day, but he did it. And he kind of like set the tone for a lot of, we have 3 individuals that's working overnight now. But he was real smart, because what he would do is, on his breaks, he'd get his cat naps in. On his lunch, he's pulling out a yoga mat, 'cause we do yoga too, for mindfulness and you know, meditation. He pull out his yoga mat, and he'll get his sleep in, but he showed up every day. Every day on time, he showed up ready to work. He showed up doing everything that was asked of him to complete the curriculum. We want to say thank you and congratulations for completing, and thank you for setting that tone, brother.
Thank you for allowing me to be in this program.
Next, we have Mr. Jermaine King. His classmates would describe him as being talented, thoughtful, and respectful.
Absolutely talented. So, Mr. Jermaine King is another one of the younger guys in the class. So we have 3. Mr. Jermaine King is an awesome cook. He's very passionate about food, and he's passionate about that part, the culinary aspect. Now, I mean, I wasn't with him at level 5 on the inside, but the individuals that were said he makes a mean pie, chi-chi, and a boona. Now, to be able to do that inside with the limited ingredients, right? Just imagine what he can do out here in the world with the proper kitchen, the proper guidance, the proper training, you know, assistance from the Delaware Restaurant Association that could show him how to actually whip it up with the right stuff. And he's passionate about it because for his current event, he delivered on the food industry. And he gave us information, I'm talking about from the top of the kitchen to, I mean, the janitor, honestly. He gave us a bunch of information. And when we do a cooking event through Christiana Care up here, man, his wings was jumping. I'm talking about like, he did these wings, and then on top of the wings, he made like this sriracha sauce. I don't even know what he made it out of, but I ate it. And he was like, you want some sauce? I was like, man, let me try it. But it was good. It was good on the fish, it was good on the chicken, it was good on the broccoli, it was good on everything. So we just want to say thank you, you know what I mean? Congratulations, and keep doing your thing.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out and supporting me, my PNS participants. My name is Jermaine King. I'm currently transitioning back into the community after a period of incarceration. To be honest, I wasn't really aware of this program, and nor was I interested when I first heard about it. But once my counselors introduced it to me, I decided to give it a chance, and I'm truly glad that I did.
Yes.
This program has opened doors that I didn't think that were available to me. It has given me new opportunities to improve my life, provide for my family now that I'm fully home. Looking ahead, my goal is to build a stable and positive future for myself and my loved ones that keeps me on the right path and away from the streets and incarceration. And thank y'all for coming to supporting and believing in us.
Next, we have Mr. Rogers Ludwig. His classmates would describe him as being observant, respectful, humble, and knowledgeable.
Mr. Rogers is extremely dedicated. Excuse me. So Mr. Rogers is not on any probation, parole, or anything. And he comes every day to Project New Start, just because, like he told me, like on an offline conversation, I'm just saying, he told me, I have the opportunity to go back to different places and do other things, but I chose to stay here and do something different with my life. That speaks volumes, because at the end of the day, that means the only incentive for him is to better himself or his family. And I mean, we respect that and we appreciate that. So I mean, I'm telling you straight up, just like I told you before, I commend you for that. So Mr. Rogers is really quiet and reserved, but every time he speaks, he's dropping a jewel, or he's giving us something that we could chew on. Brian told him, we need more of that from you. Like, we need you to speak a little more. Eric told him, like, you know, you kind of sit in the back and like fly under the radar, but you got to speak up a little more, because it's individuals in the class that could benefit from your experiences and the things that you've been in. And he said, you know, I want you to pass in the past, I want to move forward. But every time he spoke, he gave us something that was very, very like tangible. Like, we could go look it up, we could fact check it, we could listen to him talk, and we know he wasn't just talking just because he got lips. I'm serious, you know. But then again, he don't have to be here. He didn't have to get up out of his bed and come here every single day from 8 to 3 for 10 weeks. That's a long dedication for somebody that don't have to do it. You know, there's no incentive, there's no good time, no nothing. He did it just because he wanted to do something different with his life. He wanted to better his life. He had some challenges in the past, and he saw this as an opportunity to do so. And on today, we want to congratulate you. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I didn't really write anything. I wasn't prepared for a speech today, but I do have something to say. I want to thank my mother, my son, and my girlfriend back there that came in with me today. The real reason I stayed involved with Project New Start is because I'm new to this state, and I have a reputation everywhere I was. And I don't know anybody here, so I said, let me finish this and create a new outlook for myself. Because now that I'm home, my son lives with me, and I try to show him the best father that I am without being in the streets with drug money or whatever. I did it the legit way. And that's the difference to me that I saw when we come to Project New Start. Thank you.
Next is Mr. Demetrius Lynn Brown. His classmates would describe him as being positive, resourceful, and confident.
Mr. Brown is absolutely confident. And he is the third of the younger guys that was in the class. So at one point in time, they said I was being a little too hard on him. And, you know, the young boys think that I'm being too hard on him, I hold it on too much. And I just had to let him know, it's not that I'm holding on, it was just because I know where the road can go if you stay on that wrong road. I'd have been down that road, so at the end of the day, it's all out of love. But Mr. Demetrius, you will hear him speak too. You know, he would try to like sit back a little bit, but every time he would talk, he would give us a lot of jewels. And he was on that championship team when Apple won the championship. You know, he don't want to tell nobody that, but he tried to hold that for himself. But he gave us a lot of information on the Airbnb business, retail. I'm talking about commercial retail, residential retail. Like, he got a lot of information. He's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to that, because he told us he came up in that business and he didn't realize how he was being kind of molded for it at the time because he was a kid. But now at this point, he told us that he just wanted to get himself in a position to where, you know, he's confident enough to be able to walk in that light and be able to take over that. And I think that he definitely, I know, he definitely has the ability to do it. So we know and we understand as a team that we have to be here to support him for that. And that's what we're here for. And we just want to say thank you, my brother. Me and him was, you know, texting and talking last night, and I just told him we still got some work to do next week. But he know that I'm here for him. We had a lot of offline conversations. He know I'm gonna be on him. I just found out today because he brought my nephew with him, so my nephew was his little cousin. So now I'm gonna be on him even more. You know? So, I mean, at the end of the day, I just want to tell you, thank you, man. Thank you for coming. Thank you for showing up. And we appreciate you being here. Congratulations.
Good morning, everybody. And thank God for Project New Start. I'm going to start by saying thank you to Project New Start, not just for the program, but for the people in it, the support, the belief, and the space to breathe again. When I first came here, I was in one of the darkest places in my life. I had just lost my brother, and the pain nearly broke me. Grief like that can make me forget who you are. I didn't recognize myself for a while, but this program reminded me of the light inside me. It helped me reconnect with the positive, driven person I've always been. It reminded me, even through the storm, God is still with me, and I can still do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I come from a family of entrepreneurs, and I almost let that legacy fade away, but with the encouragement of my counselors in this community, I see now I'm not done. I'm just getting started again. To everyone here, it's not always easy, but don't give up. There's purpose in your pain and strength in your story. I wish all of you continue growth, healing, and success. Thank you.
Next, we have Mr. Malik Samuels. His classmates would describe him as being analytical, sincere, and determined.
Mr. Malik is actually a childhood friend of mine. I've known Malik both of our lives since we was kids. And we bumped heads at a show back in January. And he was asking me if I still worked here, and I told him yeah. So Mr. Malik is a phenomenal writer as well. He's been rapping a long time. He's been putting out music for a long time, and it's meaningful and soulful content. And we were at this show, and he asked about the program, and he was like, man, you know, you think it's a real opportunity for me? And I said, absolutely. I said, if you're serious and you're dedicated, and you can show up on time, and you can be there on time, then we're going to be here to support you. And you got to think, us coming from the same neighborhood, coming from the same block, actually, you know, and being on the path and the journey to change our lives, and us bumping heads at this show, and him asking me like, hey, is it an opportunity for me? And I'm saying, yeah, like, this is all you have to do. Just come, show up, and be dedicated. And he's done that from day one. I'm talking about from the first time I asked him to come in at 10 o'clock for an appointment. He was here at 9:30 because he was like, you told me to be here, I'm gonna be here. He's been here every day. He missed one day, and it was like after a funeral or something. But he's been here every day, on time, doing everything that has been required of him. And one time he said to me, he was like, man, you told me to come, you told me to show up, and I gave you my word, and that's what I'm gonna do. So, I mean, Mr. Malik, he know, for us it's personal, you know, but I just want to thank you, man, and just congratulate you today on, you know, your achievement and your accomplishments, and just say thank you, man.
How y'all doing? Good morning. Tell you the truth, he just put 20 on 10. I was asleep a lot of the time. I want to thank you know, all y'all for coming out this morning, and you know, this event means a lot to me, you know, and I know my supporters here, my mom in the building this morning. That's my number one supporter. You know, I was recently incarcerated in federal prison for 70 months, and you know, this is actually the first thing in life that I've ever graduated from, honestly. You know, and I got a few accomplishments, but this is the first thing in life that I've ever graduated from. So this is a big deal to me. You know, I want to thank everybody involved in this program, Miss Priscilla, you know, for putting together this team of Avengers that she got behind us.
you know what I mean, Quincy, Michelle, and my boy, the best dressed B over there. You know, this, Quincy actually, you know, he said the truth about the story about how we actually met and kind of brought this program to my attention and all the opportunities that the program has to offer. And I told him I wouldn't let him down, you know what I mean? So I was here, I showed up, like I told you, I was asleep a good percentage of the time. But, you know, a lot of the program has opened my eyes. You know, I knew I would eventually learn something about some new things that could, you know, could help me provide for my family. But I didn't know, I realized that I would learn some more things about myself. You know, help me make some adjustments into the man that I need to be for myself and my family, be a better man and a better father. So I just want to thank y'all for giving me the opportunity.
So next we have Mr. Morris Savage. His classmates would say he's a hard worker, trustworthy, and enthusiastic.
Mr. Morris Savage is definitely a hard worker. He was actually the first one in class working. Like he was the first one, job placement, came into the class, dedicated, working, doing his thing. Smooth as all outdoors. I mean, look at him, man. You know, they tease him in class, telling you know he looked like Morris Chestnut. But he's definitely you know a good guy. He brought great energy to the class. I mean, I'm not gonna say he challenged us, but you know, him and E had some great dialogues, man. They had some great discussions in the class, you know, and Eric actually comes in and does traumas of reentry with the class. So a lot of times he pulls some things out of the participants that we probably couldn't. And him and Morris will have some great eye-opening discussions, man. So Morris Savage is a very dedicated dude. He's a good guy, work hard, and we just want to say congratulations, man. Thank you for everything you've done.
Good morning, everyone. Again, my name is Morris Savage. I want to thank the management of Project New Start. I'd like to thank Warden Fields, Captain Hernandez, my counselors. One of them isn't here today, but I appreciate you, Ms. Hunt. I want to thank all my fellow Bob Poppy. I would like to also thank my fellow graduates and all visitors for being here today to support. I came to this program hoping to better myself and create a brighter future. Project New Start has given me a new outlook on life, stronger integrity, and valuable skills. I've also connected with amazing people from different walks of life that I'm able to rely on my path to success. Project New Start has a lot of great components. My favorite component about the curriculum was the traumas of reentry with Mr. Eric. We had a lot of meaningful discussions. His challenging questions pushed me to reflect and grow personally. So moving forward, some of my goals are to further my education, master carpentry, start an LLC, and become a contractor specializing in home remodeling and renovation. Thanks to this program, I believe these goals are now within my reach. And again, I would like to thank everyone for coming out to support. Y'all have a good day.
So the last thing we want to do, right, we do what's called a certificate of excellence that we award to an individual in the class that goes above and beyond and does everything. Everybody in class did a phenomenal job, I mean, a great job. And it was a really tough decision. But we gave the certificate of excellence to Mr. Darrell Cox. As I said, Mr. Cox, you know, without hesitation, he would jump in and just do whatever needed to be done. I mean, he stayed late just about every day and still made sure he made the bus to get back to the Plumber Center, but he would stay and just, I mean, wipe the tables down and make sure the trash was pulled or wiping the board or just saying like, hey, do y'all need anything before I leave? And even in class, just with his knowledge, he was always lending a hand to anybody that he can. And I mean, that's just without even being asked to do it. So when it came down to the award, it went to him just for giving that extra 10 or 15% that he wasn't asked to give. So we congratulate you on that, but we all ultimately want to congratulate the whole class. Y'all did it, you know, so pat yourself on the back, you know, and just know that.
Next up, we're going to hear from some of our alumni. First up, we're going to have Barry Stanley.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Gary Stanley. Congratulations to the class. First and foremost, I always get nervous up here. First, I want to thank Project New Start. They definitely hold your hand, you know, when you get out, everything like that. I actually got out of the plumber in October last year. A little help from Ms. Fields. Captain Hernandez, how you doing? So they got a program situation to help you when you get out, as far as helping with rent and things like that. So make sure y'all read the contract, as it says 3 to 6 months. So, you know, they did the first 3 months taking a class with Miss Alicia, and I still call Miss Alicia to help with my budgeting, credit questions that I have, and so after the 3 months, I'm like, well, how do I get the other 3 months? So he like, oh, you got it, you know, help. I'm like, he like, do you need it? I'm like, who doesn't need it? Like, $700 towards my rent. My rent only $850. So with that being said, I used that out-time March. I got my LLC. Be Great and Motivate. Earlier this week, my PO gave me a pass to drive out of state, which is going trucking. So hopefully within the next few weeks, I'll be starting that. I took advice from E. Told me to be selfish. You know, can't get nowhere, sometimes you gotta be selfish. That's what I got out of that, and that's what I did. You know? Still supported Project New Start, they supported me. So it ain't easy. Plenty of times I fought myself, like, I'm ready to go back and forget all this positive stuff. You know what I mean? But hey, I kept it, still got my 2 jobs, hustle. It's just a hustle, same hustle. And you know, y'all can do it too.
Can Jennifer Ward come up? Jennifer Ward.
Sorry, y'all. I snuck in the back door. Hello, you guys. I'm Jennifer. I'm the last graduating class. Project New Start has gave me the opportunity to believe in me. Sometimes life beats you down, and you just need that help, that hand, and say it's gonna be okay, and we got you. And that's that hand. And I thank them for everything they've ever done for me. You guys are blessed to have been chosen for this program because it has set you up for a line of success that no one else has ever given me. I know that, so I don't know if y'all ever had the opportunity, but no one else has given me this opportunity to better me for my future. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Next up, Mr. Helm. Mr. Helm, can you come up?
All right, good morning, everybody. I'm also from the last cohort that came through, the last graduation. And really all I can say is the same thing everybody else already said. You know, I did 17 years in the federal penitentiary and came home and had nothing but Project New Start. And they stood me up and helped me up and supported me in a way that nobody else has ever been there for me and still there for me. As Mr. P always says before these graduations, and she says even in classes, we can't choose our family, but we chose each other. And as far as I'm concerned, that's my family. You know, my alumni, and now y'all as alumni, y'all are family now, you know? And one of the biggest things I can say going forward, you know, they gave me an idea that I can change how I live my life. And I went from doing construction work and retail work to now with E and B and Quincy, all of them, really. I can't just call out one name, but they gave me the idea that, you know, I have something to give back. And that's why I transitioned myself over to become a counselor. I'm a peer support specialist now, and I'm working even more to go into therapy and give back where I've always taken everything away. And to give y'all something, I want y'all to understand that, as they say, this is the beginning of your new start. So understand, you have to maintain the growth that you've already put inside yourself. You already started right here. You got to maintain working on yourself that you've already started working on yourself. To become a bodybuilder or become a seller, you got to put weight on your bar. You got to go through storms to become a seller. So understand, it's going to be hard out here. You're going to go through hardships. But as long as you stay grounded with Project New Start and your true support network, you're going to make it. Because you only get strong through going through things. So always understand, what don't break you only makes you stronger. Thank you.
Project New Start has changed the way I thought and guided me and showed me a lot of support and love. And I come every time they have a graduation, I want to support them. But I want to say to these brothers that I'm here just to show y'all that it don't stop here. You know, they won't be with you for the rest of your time. You got them for life. And take this opportunity to do some things that you always dreamed of, because they there to help you and push you to go the route that you always wanted to go. You just, our peers and other guidance didn't support us as much as they did. And for me, I got a job working Local 199. I drive ride share, I drive trucks, and sleep. I don't get as much sleep as I want. I came a little late today because I had to work overnight, but I showed up just to support y'all and let y'all know that this is love and family. And when I ain't even have a car to go get my driver's license, Brian let me use his car. This is the limit that they know for you. If you need a ride to work, they come pick you up. You call them. They won't pick. If they don't have it, they gonna call somebody to come get you. Like they there. So lean on them. You know, lean on them, and they gonna help you. But you gotta show them back. You gotta show them that same love back that you gonna do right. And you know, I just wanna say I thank you for having me. You know, give me an opportunity every time y'all have a graduation to come speak. You know, I did 21 years, and they helped change my life. You know, they helped guide me and point me, supported me, pointed me in the right directions for other people to help me. And I just took it and ran with it. And I just thank y'all for coming.
Before we on? Well, I just, again, thank everybody for making this such a special day. We really sincerely appreciate. Oh, wait, Michelle. Did you want to say something? I'm sorry, one more. We cannot forget Michelle.
It's okay, Miss Chris. I was trying to hide it in that.
No way, Michelle.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. My name is Michelle. I'm 2016. So that's how long I've been around, 2016. When I first came in the program, I was skeptical. I only came because my PO sent me, because I didn't have a job. So I was like, let's go ahead and stay 7 days. So I could come out because I was on house arrest. It actually changed my life. In 2020, 4 years after I was in the program, I called Miss Chris. I said, I need a computer. She said, do you know what? I said, I'm trying to get this job. And the job it had to have a computer. I was like, and what caused me to get the computer? Oh, I'm sorry, and I'm a loud person too. I'm sorry, so, as I said, I was 2016 graduate. Me and my husband, I met my husband in the class, got 3 kids. So, in 2020, my mom passed away. And I went in the crazy hospital. And when I got there, the people said, oh, how you doing, ma'am? Like they taught, I was a counselor. So when I got out, I started looking, talking to people. I said, you know what to do? I need a computer. The job I looked up was for mental health. But you had to have a computer. I asked Ms. Chris for a computer. She got me one. It used to be Kenny at the time. Kenny and Ms. Chris got me a computer. And I've been dealing with mental health people for 5 years, going on 6 years now. So if I ain't never called for that computer, I don't think I know where I'd be at. And I do a lot of little part-time job at a grocery store, but I like what I do just because I call and ask for a computer. So I thank y'all for my thing, because I'm a program coordinator for mental health. So thank you, Ms. Chris.
Wrap up and sincerely, I know like the words, we've said these words a couple times a day, but we are honored that we have gotten to know each of you. And please don't leave us. You know, there's only one thing that makes the team really sets them down, and that's when people walk away from us, you know, and because they pour their heart and souls in. And I think you would agree with that, right? So we're here. You know, we're always going to be here for you. In September, we're going to have we have a reunion every September. Michelle came to the last one, so we try and get everybody from 2013 to connect, and we're working on a vehicle to have everybody connect maybe online, you know, for all our Project New Start families, so we'll keep you posted on that. But just don't leave us, you know, and if things get bumpy, call. If you call the main number, it's gonna roll over to my cell phone. So call, all right? So we're so proud of you. And thank you for putting up with us as well. And just, you know, best wishes, and tomorrow it starts, right? Yeah, so thank you, everyone. And there's refreshments. We want you all to have refreshments, and, you know, sincere thanks for being here. We really